Canyon Hills Spacious Property Home Tour with paid solar. This is a 2-story single-family residence in beautiful Canyon Hills. The community is beautiful. Everyone keeps their yards nice. Everyone's friendly. Great schools, minutes from freeway. It's actually been awarded as a master plan community development, so it's very desirable. Price point in this neighborhood is anywhere between $565 and $675, I would say. You got a nice entrance, updated flooring, the unique feature of this property is the ensuite, multi-generational or grandparent living. I don't know, I would possibly turn this into an office and maybe a guest bedroom. Has nice lighting, very spacious. So you can see, you can fit a good sized bed in here. Big TV, new carpet. The only thing that they didn't paint was the downstairs. They touched up a few of the walls, but they did fully paint the upstairs, which I'll show you in a minute here. Another nice window. And then immediately outside of here, you have a nice closet where you can put all your coats, cleaning supplies, brooms, mops, whatever you need. And then they did update the bathroom, so they changed the shower. Very nice. The black finishes, which is really popular right now. Hi! Okay, so now we're gonna go into the living room. Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
This is Steve Wimmer with Wimmer Real Estate. How you doing today, sir?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you guys. You guys have a beautiful tour. Enjoy. Natalie will take care of it.
You know I will.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
Okay, so this is the living room. Now, it's a big rectangle. You go from the kitchen, dining, and living room. The reason that I do like this is that I feel it's a great room. You're in the kitchen cooking, you're hosting, and you can easily set this up to be very welcoming. I would even put a long couch right on that wall, on the right wall, a twin couch, nice coffee table, maybe an electric fireplace. You could really make that back wall pop with some woodwork, a mantle, and I think it would look really nice. So there's surround sound speakers throughout, which is a nice upgrade for this model. We have the birds. They don't come with the house, but they are really sweet. Again, they've changed this wall to white. It used to be blue, trying to mesh it well with the rest of the kitchen. That has been recently completely updated and remodeled. It's very modern. You have your double oven, your built-in range, and you also have your farmhouse sink, which I personally love. I think they're beautiful. The most amount of space for all those dishes, and it looks really nice. And my seller absolutely loves her dishwasher, and I'll tell you why. Because it has, look how clean that is. It has the third rack. How often do you see that, especially if you're a mom and you have your bottles or you have your measuring spoons, all those little things. For me, it's always ranch cups. I always need a little spot for the ranch cups or the Stanley straws. So it's really nice. It's brand new, barely used. So obviously you would get that as well. You have the soft close drawers, which is nice. Stainless steel hardware. And it's that nice finish that you can wipe off very easily. It's not that very absorbing oak. So that's really nice. I like that. Lots of space in here. This island actually has a lot of storage. Okay, so let's go into the pantry. very big. And then you have access to your garage right here. I know they have a lot of items in there because they are moving, but it's a very spacious garage. They have a fridge in here. They have some storage racks. Before they decided to list, it was very organized and decluttered, but they've moved a lot of their belongings from inside out here just to free up some space. So give them grace on that. Okay, one of my favorite features of this kitchen is the coffee bar. I love a coffee bar feature. You can just do so many fun things with it. You can put tea, you can do your little biscottis, and there's storage above and underneath, which is really nice. And the other thing I want to point out that's really unique and a great feature is that the garage comes directly into the kitchen. So you pull in on that hot day from the grocery store and you have your groceries, you can immediately put them in the fridge, not walking very far and risking dropping and those bags breaking, because I don't know about you, but my bag breaks probably 5 out of 10 times because they overfill it and the handles are so flimsy. But okay, so this is downstairs. What do you guys think? Do you think that the blue paint is a keeper, or do you think they should change it to white to make it more neutral and a blank slate for the new buyer? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Okay, so we are headed upstairs, which is my husband's favorite feature of the property. And that is because it has a very spacious loft. So there's 4 additional bedrooms upstairs. All of them are very, very clean, new carpet, new paint. So this is the loft. I do like the view from the loft. You have your nice trees. And it stays pretty cool up here. The air conditioning cranks, and that's another thing that is amazing about this property is it has 38 solar panels and they're all paid for, so you do get that. And they did not increase the purchase price, or list price, I should say. They didn't increase what they're selling their home for in reflection of the solar panels. They are just ready for their next chapter. So this isn't a seller that's just trying to make out. This is a possibility for a harmonious transaction where both the buyer and the seller both get a great deal and it's fair. Laundry upstairs. Get a better view in here. So you got your dedicated laundry space, and there's plenty of room on this side of the wall if you wanted to add a utility sink, which it already has the hookup for. It has electric in here, which is nice. My laundry room does not have electric on a wall like this one does, so that's really cool if you want to plug in and keep your, your wireless vacuums and things like that. It's really nice. Or if you wanted to do a station where you steam clean and get wrinkles out of clothing, that's also nice. Right here is a little area where you can do a little bench. You could do a landing nook. Very cute. Nice wide hallways. You don't feel very claustrophobic and crammed. This is really nice. Here is your linen closet. Lots of shelves. Very spacious. And it's probably going to be a big family that moves in here, so I think all the storage space is just beautiful. Okay, here is the master. The paint color that they chose is more of a gray beige. It's not dark, it's very earthy and it's very universal, so it matches the carpet perfectly, which they just had installed as well. Here's the view from the backyard. You are up against the hillside, and the biggest question is does this home get snakes? Well, every so often any home gets snakes. I'm not up against the hillside, and I got a snake just this summer, and it's not fun, but there's precautions that you could take. I don't know if you can see, you can't, but the home next door, they put very thin chicken wire on the bottom, so that prevents what I'm sure they're trying to prevent snakes as well. The fire insurance over here is not crazy expensive like you would think being by a hillside, because most of the homes in Canyon Hills are in the same fire zone. They're all in hilly areas just called Canyon Hills. So it's just part of this neighborhood's identity, and it's an amazing neighborhood. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the bathroom. This is really cool because you have a his and a hers. And then you have your shower right here. Just your standard shower, very clean. They don't use the upstairs, so this area is virtually untouched, and it's really nice and clean and empty, which is very cool. And then you also have your his and hers closet, which is something that I really like and I would take full advantage of. This one's bigger, so this would be mine. Okay, so down this hallway is an additional full bath. Nice big countertops, plenty of cabinet space. Third bedroom. Decent size, nice walk-in closet. Fourth bedroom to the right. Again, these rooms are very generously sized. This is a home that can accommodate a growing family, or if you wanted to combine forces and have your in-laws live with you, or if you're of an age where you have children that have children, it's not a bad idea to have them, and you can give them a chance to save some money and get started themselves, and you have space for everybody. And this is the fifth bedroom. This home is turnkey. It's ready for its forever buyer. It's not contingent. My sellers have already identified their replacement property, so it's just a matter of coming in, checking it out, falling in love, and then making an offer. So if you guys have any questions or want a personal property tour, just reach out to me or comment below, and I would love to set that up for you. Now, the last thing I'm going to show is the backyard. Now, keep in mind, like I said, they're a little bit of an elderly couple, and they have not done the backyard. They did a lot of the interior updating and maintenance and such, but not the backyard. So it is a blank slate, but it's not so different from all the new builds that we have in this area. You get the home and then you have to come in and do the backyard. So I just wanted to show you this. It's flat, usable. You have a cover that goes from side to side. The whole backyard is covered with 2 fans, which is really nice. And my husband and I were talking what we would do. And if this were our home, we would do some artificial turf right here to the left. And we would do a fire pit area with some chairs. He would do a barbecue over here. And then we would, in this corner, do a jacuzzi. And there is room if you wanted to do a pool. But for us personally, we'd be perfectly fine with jacuzzi. You don't have any neighbors to the left, so that's nice for some peace. And even the neighbors on the other side, you can't see inside their windows, they can't see in yours. It does give you a sense of privacy, and then obviously the back is very private. So this is 343 Heather Ridge Road in Canyon Hills, 5 bedroom, 4 bath. paid solar. And if you're looking for a great agent in Canyon Hills, I would love to apply for the job.